2020 order 17. All members from council are present. Present from the administration is our Mayor and Safety Director, Dennis Morley, our Law Director, Randy Klamer, our Finance Director, Carolyn Chanel. All the directors are absent and excused. With no one present from the public, the City of Eastlake is recorded with the legislation pending. We have legislation number 02-25-01, the 2020 budget. This was placed on first reading on 2/25/2020, and this will be on third and final reading tonight. The legislation proposed, we have legislation number 03-18-01, ODOT road salt contract for 2020-2021. Winter season.
Thank you. For those of you that may not have heard my pitch before, it's cheaper for us to buy our salt in the state of Ohio because we buy in bulk quantities. But the downside to buying in the state of Ohio is I commit today for the next winter salt. I don't know the price. I just know the quantity that I'm going to commit to. I'm allowed to buy 90% of it, minimum, or 110% maximum. If I buy more than 110%, they charge me a premium. I have no way of getting out of paying for 90% of the order. But the bottom line is we need to place our order for salt. The state, as of when I put this out, had it for April 3rd for me to respond back with a copy of the ordinance saying we were going to join in with them for buying. So that's why I'm bringing this before you. We'd like to buy 2,800, of which if we commit to 90%, then that's obviously a little less. And if we commit to more, it's a little bit higher. If we need more, then we can get a little bit more. But this is 2,800. I checked with Nick. I checked with the mayor. We'd like to continue with 2,800 tons of salt. We'd like to join the state. So my ask is, will you please let us join with the state bidding process to purchase our salt for next winter?
Any questions, Commissioner? Seeing none. Legislation number 03-18-02, budget reappropriation.
Thank you. This is, it looks kind of silly, but it's an accounting definition. We in the fire department on the general fund had called it equipment for $167,810. I'm asking today that we just instead call it a transfer. Why? Because if we transfer to the fire levy fund, I obviously need the funds to pay for it from the general fund. So the general fund won't be impacted at all, but I'd like to put it back in the fire levy fund using transfers because that's where all the previous payments were for this lease. And these are strictly the leases. So the transfer to the fire levy fund and the transfer to the motor vehicle, municipal motor vehicle account is only because those are our lease payments. I'm not fully paid for them in the last 2 years. So just to be consistent, I'd like to keep them there. But in order to do that, I need to transfer money into those two funds. The only item that's unusual in that top part in general fund is the tax senior center. We have planned to spend $10,000. That's our current price. It could go lower, but we have planned to spend $10,000 for the lake train bus. We get that money from the senior citizens, from the 501c3. We received $10,000 last year. We put it in the general fund. We paid the $10,000 out to lake train. But this year they gave us their full $60,000 that they had in their account reserved for the bus. Well, I didn't want to stick that in the general fund. So I put the $60,000 and reseeded it into a senior center bus fund so that everybody can see how much we spend and when we spend it. And knowing that, then, I could really make the $10,000 payment from the same place. So instead, if you go to the back page, you'll see that I want to spend $10,000 out of the senior bus fund, which is Fund 670. It's a new fund, but strictly to keep track of their $60,000 that they gave us. I want to skip the emergency. The motor vehicle, the fire levy, those again are just transferring money into those accounts so that I can write the check for the lease equipment out of those. The one that's left that I did not discuss is the emergency reserve. With us possibly not being able to meet them with the potential of emergency funds needed, I'm asking if you would, in strictly an emergency basis, allow us to spend for overtime purposes or supplies or something that we may have to have for the next couple of weeks, something out of the emergency reserve. So this, one line item is strictly asking permission to expend from the emergency reserve strictly if we should need to in the unusual circumstances that we are in today. Maybe we need some overtime for somebody to clean one of the departments or some such thing. We need some flexibility, so that's what I'm saying.
Can I say one thing? Do I understand correctly, it's on page 1, I'm seeing the money out from 320 into 240, and then on page 2, it's going into, is it going into the levy fund capital projects? 67, 810? Yeah.
It's coming out of, I'm reducing expenses in 320, I'm reducing expenses in 820. But instead I'm going to call it a transfer. So that makes the general fund be zero.
I just want to make sure. So there's going to be,
The transfer
there's
is
going to be
called
general fund money,
revenue.
there's going to be general fund money into the fund entitled levy.
Yeah.
Okay,
It's
so
going to be called a transfer from the
do we
general
zero
fund.
out that levy amount every year now?
It's pretty close to it.
Okay, I just want to make sure that, in case we need that money back, I want to make sure the record that
No.
167,000 goes to general fund, not
There-
to the levy.
Yeah.
Okay.
And there was not enough money to make this lease payment. This is our new fire truck. This fire truck payment comes up April, I think.
Just in case we needed it back, I wanted there to be a record that was coming from the general fund in case we
You
needed it
can't send it back because it's called a transfer. And I won't be able to make the payment
back. Okay, so
either.
get zeroed out.
It's going to be zeroed out. This payment is exactly $167.8. But there's not enough money to pay it. So therefore, instead of calling it equipment in the general fund, just let the general fund move it to where all the other lease payments are.
Okay.
And don't forget, the levy doesn't pay for the whole department for the whole year.
Mr. Evans?
Going back to the senior bus fund,
Yeah.
do we have to, or can we put some verbiage in place so that Carolina can take 10,000 out of there per year to pay the late train bus without getting the train to the funds? Would it make it easier for her? I mean, would it make it easier for her?
I think she still needs the appropriation.
I plan to do instead, the senior bus fund going forward, every year just allocate a $10,000 out of that.
Out of that bus fund?
So it becomes part of the normal budget. I wasn't aware that they were doing that at the time we set up the budget. And then all of a sudden, in the last 10 days, maybe 2 weeks, I get a check for $60,000. And I really don't want to put it someplace where people would lose track of it.
Right.
So that's why I gave it its own line. And now that very last section 6 says, now please give me permission to spend the 10 that I need this year. It's strictly for people to see it, and anybody that looks at the financial statement on the webpage would be able to see that we spent 10 or that we spent 8 or whatever this year's cost is, and no more. You know, I didn't use it for any other purpose.
Mr. Evans?
Just to add on to the emergency reserves, I asked Carolyn to put that together. What we're doing during this, the pandemic is that all the departments are going to have, we're going to have separate POs marked in case we do get to go when the stimulus comes out, to go back and ask for the free funds. But what we're looking at is, like right now, we're probably going to have service probably 2 to 3 nights a week after we're all gone, sanitize every night for all departments, police, fire, all our buildings, and then any overtime we incur with either police or fire because of the coronavirus. So that's what that's for. That is coming out of it was transferred from the rainy day fund. But again, we don't know if we're going to spend it or not. We just want to have that in case that happens. That's part of that.
And it's possible we could be reimbursed for a portion of it, and we don't know that either. But it gives us this flexibility for the current situation.
Anyone else? And legislation proposed number 03-18-03, the Roby East Lake Sewer System tap.
It's just a tap in that they have to get the request, and go through the, wastewater treatment plant, so us and we'll be able to get it. I think it's a tap into the sewer.
Any questions for that? Seeing none. Adjourn the council of the whole committee meeting at 7:11 p.m. Calling the regular council meeting, special council meeting, March 18, 2020, to order at 7:11 p.m. Mr. Kelly, please lead us in the pledge of allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Mr. Jordan, will you please call the roll?
Mr. Kucinich? Here. Mr. Simon? Here. Mr. Young? Here. Mr. Evans? Here. Mr. Overstreet? Here. Mr. Zerman? Here. And President Myers?
Here. Is there a motion to approve the agenda for the special council meeting of March 18, 2020?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Mr. Jordan, please call the roll.
Mr. Zerman? Yes. Mr. Simon? Yes. Mr. Kucinich?
Yes.
Mr. Young?
Yes.
Mr. Evans?
Yes.
Mr. Overstreet?
Yes.
President Myers?
Yes, the motion is carried, the agenda is approved. A motion to approve the minutes of the regular council meeting of March 10, 2020.
So moved.
Is there a second? Second. Mr. Jordan, please call the roll.
Mr. Zerman? Yes. Mr. Overstreet?
Yes.
Mr. Kucinich?
Yes.
Mr. Simon? Yes. Mr. Young?
Yes.
Mr. Evans? Yes. President Myers?
Yes, the motion is carried, the minutes are approved. The next scheduled council of the whole committee meeting is scheduled for Tuesday, April 14, 2020, at 7 p.m. with the regular council meeting immediately following the adjournment to the council of the whole committee meeting. Being we're kind of in uncertain times here, but with the approval of council, continue to leave the meeting as scheduled. It's 3 weeks away, and we can always be in contact and make a decision going forward. Mr. Mayor?
Yeah, I think, again, like I said, I just talked to State Representative Challenger, give me a call. What they're gonna do in Columbus is they're going to see what we can do on the public meeting portion of it, without possibly having the public involved. They will just have to have a mechanism to get in, so they're gonna work on that legislation and get it out to us, when our committee gets to it. But at that point in time, some of the things we discussed is that, we can do, have our meeting on the phone. We put out a number there that people can call in from the public, and then they are involved in the meeting. That's one of the things we've been discussing. Again, until we get some sort of direction from the state, I think within a month, I don't know, like I said, like the meetings I've had this morning, conference calls and that, it's probably going to work for you better. So we have a whole month before a lot of things can change. So I think that anything that's going to do with meetings, we can figure out. Like I said, I sent you the law director from the other city. I'm not really ready to go in that direction about having, I know Solon said he can spend up to $100,000 for any of that. I have talked to all the directors, especially on some of the items of vehicles and that, where we can wait, unless there's some sort of emergency. I don't have enough to go back to that money. That's why we're doing the reserve, and to cover at least for the next month, especially if the budget fails.
So everybody fine with that? Okay. I'll move on to recognition of the public. There's no one here from the public. Mr. Zerr, will you please read legislation number 02-25-01?
An ordinance to reappropriate for the expense of the city of East Lake, state of Ohio, for the period beginning January 1st, 2020, and ending December 31st, 2020, and declaring an emergency.
Is there a motion to suspend the rule requires separate readings to read the title?
So moved.
Is there a second? Second. Mr. Zerr, please call the roll.
Mr. Evans?
Yes.
Mr. Overstreet?
Yes.
Mr. Kucinich?
Yes.
Mr. Simon? Yes. Mr. Young?
Yes.
Mr. Zerman? Yes. And President Myers?
Yes. Is there a motion to adopt?
Move to adopt.
Is there a second? Second. Mr. Zerr, please call the roll.
Mr. Evans?
Yes.
Mr. Overstreet?
Yes.
Mr. Kucinich?
Yes.
Mr. Simon? Yes. Mr. Young?
Yes.
Mr. Zerman? Yes. And President
Yes, the motion is carried, legislation is adopted. Mr. Rivera, will you please read legislation number 03-18-01?
A resolution authorizing and directing the mayor and director of finance to enter into an agreement to participate with the Ohio Department of Transportation to participate in the ODOT winter contract for road phones for 2020, 2021 winter season and declaring an emergency.
Is there a motion to suspend the rule requiring separate readings and read it in full?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Mr. Rivera, will you please call the roll?
Mr. Evers?
Yes.
Mr. Sutton? Yes. Mr. Kaczynski?
Yes.
Mr. Kelly?
Yes.
Mr. Overstreet?
Yes.
Mr. Zern, yes, and President Myers.
Yes, is there a motion to adopt?
Move to adopt.
Is there a second?
Second.
Mr. Rivera, will you please call the roll?
Mr. Evers?
Yes.
Mr. Sutton? Yes. Mr. Kaczynski?
Yes.
Mr. Kelly?
Yes.
Mr. Overstreet?
Yes.
Mr. Zern, yes, and President Myers.
Yes, the motion is carried, the legislation is adopted. Mr. Rivera, will you please read legislation number 03-18-02?
An ordinance to reappropriate for the expense of the city of East Lake, state of Ohio, for the period beginning January 1st, 2020, and ending December 31st, 2020, and declaring an emergency.
Is there a motion to suspend the rule requiring separate readings and read?
That's a motion.
Is there a second?
I'll second.
Mr. Rivera, please call the roll.
Mr. Overstreet?
Yes.
Mr. Kaczynski?
Yes.
Mr. Sutton? Yes. Mr. Kelly?
Yes.
Mr. Evers?
Yes.
Mr. Zern, yes, and President Myers.
Yes, is there a motion to adopt?
Move to adopt.
Is there a second?
I second.
Mr. Rivera, will you please call the roll?
Mr. Overstreet?
Yes.
Mr. Kaczynski?
Yes.
Mr. Sutton? Yes. Mr. Kelly?
Yes.
Mr. Evers?
Yes.
Mr. Zern, yes, and President Myers.
Yes, the motion is carried, the legislation is adopted. Mr. Rivera, please read legislation number 03-18-03.
A resolution authorizing a tap-in to the Willoughby East Lake Sewer System for the permanent parcel number 16-C-079-D-00-038-0 located at 6175 Iroquois Trail in Mentor, Ohio, and declaring an emergency.
Is there a motion to suspend the rule requiring separate readings and read in full?
So,
Is there a second? Second. Mr. Rivera, please call the roll.
Mr. Kaczynski?
Yes.
Mr. Kelly?
Yes.
Mr. Sutton? Yes. Mr. Evers?
Yes.
Mr. Overstreet?
Yes.
Mr. Zern, yes, and President Myers.
Yes. Is there a motion to adopt?
I will do that.
Is there a second?
Second.
Mr. Rivera, please call the roll.
Mr. Kaczynski? Yes. Mr. Kelly?
Yes.
Mr. Sutton? Yes. Mr. Evers?
Yes.
Mr. Overstreet?
Yes.
Mr. Zern, yes, and President Myers.
Yes. The motion is carried, legislation is adopted. We have no unfinished business, we have no new business, we'll move on to our administrative report. First report from our Mayor, State Director, Eric Long.
Obviously, with the emails that are sent out, there's been a lot of changes here at City Hall, and things within our state and our country changing hour by hour. I'd like to, first of all, thank you guys for passing the budget, and, I'd like a big shout out to, Ron Graham, which is the, director of the, health district. He's been available, when any of the cities, the managers, we've been having a conference call with him, and, all the mayors and managers, we just had one at 9. We plan on setting up conference calls amongst ourselves Tuesdays and Thursdays at 9 a.m. To get updates. I will continue to send you guys everything that I get from either the state and or the health district. We will post on our social media. With the closing of City Hall, we weren't having too many people come in as it is. The library actually was getting rid of a box that we'll have out here tomorrow, that people can put their building permits in there and then we'll call them and they can come back and pick them up. So that's been a smooth transition with Dave and his department and service department. We had no one, we had mail drops out on the outside, anyone from FedEx or any of that, we go to the door, drop them off, and pick it up. So, the only thing I have authorized at the senior center was the Kiwanis Food Bank. We've not shut that down. Them and the Council on Aging with the Meals on Wheels are still running there, but they have formulated a plan where, again, they're just bringing the box lunches that people aren't going to get out of their car, or they're going to put in their trunk or in the back seat. They have the least amount of contact with each other. Like I told them, so I got directed from above that could cooperate, because obviously the people in this city and the area need that food. So that will continue unless someone tells me different. But other than that, like I said, we just on, as business. And, you know, we've met with all the police and fire, we've met with our employees, telling them things that they can do. We've not had anyone request to be off because of the fires. We've not had anyone affected. There are 2 cases in Lake County. They believe obviously there will be more. The one they had to track down today, probably the person may have been with about 100 people, so they have to try to find them. The question we did ask Mr. President a few days ago, got confirmed today about if someone is in your work area that is positive, everyone in the area is working today. So obviously from our end, we're hoping nothing happens to police and fire because that would not be good. But we've had that discussion with the EMA director this morning. He put out, especially for dispatch, it'll be 4 deep in case things have to be combined. Say something happened in our dispatch, we'll be or any of the dispatches. The 2 main hubs right now are Menor and the bunker, which is EMA and Kirtland. So they have contingencies if anything happens there. I know the fire chief met today with contingencies, the mutual aid, obviously. We have mutual aid, and our dispatch is asking everyone when they're calling, if they're showing symptoms of the flu, our people have the respirators when they're going in to the calls. So hopefully that helps the safety of our employees. That's about it. Like I said, things have changed maybe every minute, every time. I mean, Ron Grant's been good. He sends me texts at 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning. If there's something changes, we all been emailing together no matter what time it is. So we're going to stay ahead of it as much as we can. Who's my report? I'm open for questions.
I have a question, sir. I'm just curious, how's the morale?
Oh, good. I mean, it's good. I mean, you know, it's like I said, what I told people that what I put out there is if you don't feel comfortable and you want to take a vacation at this time, please do. So, I mean, I think that as well as we can work with everyone right now. I know there's going to be some cities that are going to be furloughing some people. Even with the way we're working, they have enough to catch up on things we haven't done, like some filing and service and loading all these cabins we got. We just got a new system through that we're working with Wilby, especially with our wastewater treatment plant. There's so much things that they can do besides the day-to-day. So I don't plan on laying anyone off or putting on furlough unless if they would say no to work, obviously, then that's out of my hands. But I think the morale's been pretty good, or it is good, so I hope we continue that way.
But I have thought that everybody in the department does a part job, front line at 7:30. So thanks for your work.
Thank you.
Any other questions for the minute? Seeing none, move on to our finance director, Caroline Schmidt.
Thank you. We're still working on our year-end closing of books, and we're moving forward with the audit. All our outside consultants are able to work from their home, and we just are able to send them the information electronically. So they're still working. In fact, our insurance companies are sending us notices saying we're still there. You know, we may be home, but we're still there. So all of our support systems, whether they be IT, insurance, whatever they may be, are all still fully supportive of what we need. It's just that they may not be sitting behind their normal desk. They may be at home in their PJs, I don't know. But they're there to support us. So we're still working through those numbers and getting them what they need so we can continue to move on forward in our report.
Any questions, Commissioner? Seeing none, move on to our law director, Randy Quinn.
Mr. President, Mr. Mayor, just God bless police and fire. That's all I have.
Any questions for the law director? Anybody else have anything else? Okay. Seeing none, we'll adjourn this meeting at 7:45 p.m.
Thank you all.
Yeah, sure.